guide in central Idaho is showing off just how easy it is to trigger an avalanche after a heavy snowfall.
This is great video here. The guide told Storyful he was in the Boulder Mountains just north of Sun Valley. He was checking to see how stable the snowpack was there and which slopes were most at risk for an avalanche. And there you go.
I know you mentioned it, Brent. Great video there. And important for us to remember, too, especially this week, Alana.
So true.
Yeah, with all of this fresh snow, I feel like winter returned for this week really throughout the state, and you've got to be careful. So anything you can do when you're up there, you should always be checking the snowpack. And we know this year, because we've lacked it so much, it is very unstable. You're taking a look at a snowy Bryce Canyon. That's what it looked like this morning. Time-lapse video kind of clears it through the day. This area reported around a foot of snow here. So we know that we had certain areas in southern Utah that really benefited from this last system in a series of 3. Great shot from the Hemsworth family. You can see during the day, and then, of course, sunset with that fresh snow. You know, Cedar City shut down schools. They picked up 5 inches. Tricky travel was out there. And how about this one coming in from ABC4.com, looking down into Canaryville? Snow in the mountains and in those valleys. Now we've got high pressure setting up. That storm has exited, clearing the area, drier conditions, and a bit of a warm up on the way as we head into your weekend. Ooh, how about some fire in the skies? Meg Roberts catching this one in Salt Lake, looking stunning, so pretty. And then also in Sandy with a nice little pop of color. Thanks, Dawn. Appreciate you. And we know that tonight we put on a bit of a show as the sun came out into the afternoon. Let's talk about this precipitation. Now, we knew this series of storms would be helpful, but it was in no way going to solve our water woes. We knew that going in, but as we look at month-to-date precipitation, we're sitting at 0.45 inches, so just shy of ½ an inch in Salt Lake City. Usually by this time, we're over 3/4 of an inch. When you look at snow, 2.4 inches at Salt Lake International, but the month-to-date by this point is over 7 inches. So, of course, we're still running below average, but every little bit helps. Great shot from Alta. That's where Dana Green was today, enjoying those snow showers that we saw. It's been a monumental week for the mountains. As we look at our totals over the last 5 days, Brian Head was the big winner, getting 55 inches of snow, 23 inches overnight from that system and into today. 51 inches at Alta, big numbers at Brighton. Eagle Point, Deer Valley. Eagle Point got 15 inches from this last storm system that just brought a few inches to northern Utah, but we already had big totals. How about 50 at Snowbird, 41 at Solitude, even places like Cherry Peak, Park City, getting some really healthy snow there. As we look at our snowpack, we know it's still trailing way below where it should be. We have roughly half of what we're supposed to see this time of year. 11.3 inches is average. This storm did bump us. On Valentine's Day, we were at 5.6 inches. Now we sit at 7.4 inches. So in 1 week with 3 storms, we jumped nearly 2 inches with our snow water equivalent. Helpful, but still below average. Time-lapse video in southern Utah with those clear skies. In Ivins, temperatures were in the 40s today. Highs topped out at 49 in St. George, 20s and 30s along the Wasatch Front. 47 is the average high in Salt Lake. We were running below that. We see those 30s for highs on the eastern side of the state. Heading into the overnight, how about some 20s with mostly clear conditions and a drier setup? We will see those dry conditions holding on for your weekend, and I'm going to show you why. There goes that system, and here comes, well, our old frenemy, the high pressure. It comes back. It's going to dry things out. We're going to warm things up. And with that, we will see a warming trend through the weekend. We know we'll start next week with fairly dry conditions and temperatures in the 50s and 60s. We're going to watch the west because we get a storm system that could graze northern Utah as we move into Tuesday and Wednesday. Our flow on Tuesday becomes a little more zonal. We get grazed by the storm system, and we see the potential of some showers. With our above average warmth, that means precipitation type would likely be rain in our valleys and snow in our mountains. We've seen that before, and any precip is good precip. We don't see much of it on the futurecast, but as we pull back here, you're going to start to see cloud cover increasing Monday and wet weather to our west. The model's starting to like Tuesday with the chance of some rain. We'll see if that holds. It's still several days away. 40s for those highs tomorrow, and that includes even in St. George. 30s on the eastern side of the state. Okay, are you ready for this? this because we just got 23 inches of snow at Bryan Head, but look at the temperatures in St. George. 40s, go to 50s, to 60s. Why don't we throw in some 70s? My goodness, it's like we shift seasons immediately. As we look at the Wasatch Front here, you're going to see those temperatures in the 50s, warming up nicely tomorrow, still on the cooler side. It's going to be a cold overnight. You should just know that we will be dealing with those 50s as we head into next week with some isolated rain showers. So,
hey, bring it on.